Hello, you amazing beautiful people. Welcome back to another Overlord reaction video. So, our lizard dudes kind of live to see another day, kind of. I mean, some of them don't. A lot of them don't. But some of them do. Some of them do. So, you know, I'm curious to see. I imagine now we're just going to completely move on from the lizard dude story. I mean, maybe. The one thing that I find really curious is we still need to approach everything that happened with G.O.T, what Sebas is doing, and that sort of arc. So maybe we'll lead more into that now going forward as well. Because if you think about how season 1 ended and everything around G.O.T, we're nearly halfway through season 2. We've barely explored that. So I'm guessing maybe we'll see some of that now. By the way, if you're enjoying these reactions, make sure you like the videos and make sure you subscribe. And let's jump into my first time ever reaction to Overlord season 2, episode 6. I'm really enjoying this anime, by the way, like more than I thought I would. Like, I thought I was gonna like it, but I'm loving it. Well, there you go, Sabas. I had a feeling we were going to see a bit more of him, at least before the end of season 2.
当魔術師組合へようこそいらっしゃいました。
いつものリストを見せていただけますか。
かしこまりました、セバス様。
In my last video, I said that people were telling me that Demi actually has, like, the highest karma. I think I got Demi confused with Sebas. Maybe Sebas has the highest karma. Like you guys were explaining how it works. That might be what happened. By the way, I record these reactions, like, ahead of time, so that previous video at the time of recording this hasn't gone out yet. So I guarantee when it does, the comments on that are going to be like, bruh, you confused Demi and Sebas, what are you on it? So there you go. My bad. Just made me realize.
このフローティングボードという魔法の詳しい説明を聞かせてもらえますか。
はい。フローティングボードは浮遊する半透明の板を作り出す第一異界魔法です。基本的には運搬用の魔法で土木工事などで使われます。
なるほど。ではこの魔法のスクロールを1本売ってもらいましょう。
ありがとうございます。それでは金貨1枚と銀貨10枚を頂戴します。
How interesting. Why is he collecting this spell? Is he bait?
シャドウデーモン、ソルシャンに伝えてください。街の様子を見て回るので少し遅くなると。さて、今日はあちらに行きますか。
Is this just bait? He doesn't actually give a fuck about the spell. He's just like baiting himself. Because that was the whole point in his journey before, right? He's supposed to be bait. Considering how strong G.O.T is and she got caught, I'm surprised they're using Sabas as bait.
Shadow Demon, Ike.
Looks a lot like a person. Bit weirdly. This is very peculiar. What the fuck is this?
手を離してはくださいませんか。
What the fuck is this? Did bro just throw a person out of his door in a bag? Surely that's bait, right? Surely. I don't know, man. Something feels weird about that. Also, the dog girl, the dog girl, something about them looks really weird. They look more like a teddy. Like, they look very strange. This is...
あなたは困っているのですか。
What happened here?
もしそうであるのなら。
おい、ジジイ、どこから湧いて出やがった。え？離せ！こ このじじい。
彼女は何ですか？
Sebas man!
うちの従業員だ。
彼女を人間と認識した上での行動ということですね。では彼女をこれからどうされるのですか？
病気だから死んでんに。
ならば私が連れて行っても問題はないでしょう。
それは法律上俺たちのもんだ。そいつを連れて行ったら誘拐になるぞ。ご立派な羊さんが主人に内緒で厄介事を抱え込んでいいのかよ。
なるほど。助けてほしいですか？助けてほしいですか？天から降り注ぐ雨を浴びる植物のように。
What is this? I'm not inclined to help a person at I am not inclined to help a person at my
降り
feet
注ぐ雨を浴びる植
who can only pray for salvation to come.
物のように、己のもとに救いが来ることを祈るだけのものを助ける。
This scene is really interesting.
ですが、己で生きようとあがくものであれば、恐怖を忘れておやすみなさい。あなたはこの私の庇護下に入ります。
嘘だ。何も言ってねえじゃねえか。
嘘ですか？
What is going on
あな
here?
たはこの私があなたごときに嘘をついたと言いたいのですか？
いや。
では彼女は連れて行きます。
待て。
まだ何か？
ちげえよ。そいつを連れて行かれると厄介なことになんだ。あんたなら知ってんだろ。8本指を。この王国を裏で牛耳ってる。
What?
だから頼むから何も見なかったことにしてくれ。
彼女は連れて行きます。
勘弁してくれ。俺が殺されちまう。
誰かが困っていたら助けるのは当たり前。
発金か。こいつは。
その金で冒険者でも雇いなさい。それだけあれば十分国外まで逃げられるでしょう。あなたが全力で逃げれば多少の時間稼ぎにはなるはず。
Alright. Okay. Alright. This anime is so. This anime, man. This anime. So Sebas is actually a good dude. Because that's a human for one. And he's saving them. Everyone else in Nazareth would be like, human? Yeah, don't touch my shoe. Right? But Sebas is like, human, I will save you. Which is very curious. Sebas is actually a good dude. Obviously, those are the... I'm guessing Sebas's creator is the same one who saved Momonga, whose name I've forgotten. Touch Me, right? Lord Touch Me, who was actually a nice guy, who saved people, looked after people, right? So I'm guessing that's Sebas's creator, and that was the voice we just heard then. Which I find very intriguing, because that was a message that Momonga listened to as well in Season 1. I wonder if that message has faded a little bit on Momonga now, or if that message is still there. Because Momonga is selfishly taking over the world or whatever, but he hasn't really... I mean... Momonga's very different now, actually. You know what? He is. He is definitely corrupted, because I don't know if he would have... I reckon the Momonga who we first saw, if someone said, can you save my lizard friends, blah, 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 Momonga probably would have, but now he won't. It's interesting to see how character mentality shift in this anime and what is prioritized. It's a very layered anime when it comes to the emotions of the characters. It's very, very complex. It seems like it's simple, but it actually fucking isn't. Because a lot of the influence from the other lords is still there, at least on the subordinates of Momonga.
拾いました。
そうですか。私へのお土産とも思いませんが、それをどうされるのですか？
そうですね。 まずは彼女の傷を癒していただけますか。
The fact that he calls her a her and she calls her an it.
傷ですか。ならば神殿に置いてくればよかったのでは。
That's the other thing. The guy was taking her to the temple, wrapped her in a bag and was going to carry her in a sack that was tied to the top. That part is strange too. Because it almost seemed like he wanted to help her. He was like, oh, she's sick, I'm taking her to the temple. But why would he take her there in a fucking tied up sack? That would imply that she's dead. So that I find weird. Unless he was taking her there because he thought she was going to die. I don't know. That whole scene is a bit confusing.
でしたね。私としたことがそれに気づかないとは。
今から捨ててきますか。
いえ、ここまで連れてきてしまったのです。私たちで有効活用する手段を考えるべきでしょう。まずは肉体の健康状態を調べていただけますか。
This seems
かしこ
interesting.
まりました。では早速。
Why did Sebas just do this because he wanted to help someone?
あとは任せます。
かしこまりました。
愚かな行為です。誰かが困っていたら助けるのは当たり前。私を生み出された至高の御方タッチミー様はいつもそう言っておられた。だからこそ私も同じようにしてしまうのでしょうか。これは呪いなんでしょうかね。
It's a good thing, bro. It's a good thing. Not a bad thing.
どうでしたか。
梅毒にあと2種類の性病、肋骨の数本。
It makes sense that she would have an STD. It makes sense. It's weird how they changed it to STI, but I still say STD. I was gonna say just sounds better, but saying just sounds better feels like the wrong way to word that, to be honest.
および指にひび、右腕と左足の腱は切断されています。
Jesus.
前歯の上下は抜かれています。劣行もありました。何らかの薬物
Fuck me! What did she go through? Holy shit!
中毒になっている可能性があります。他にも内身や裂傷など多数、それから
治りますか。
たやすく。
ではお願いします。
ペストーニャ様をお呼びして治癒の魔法を行使していただいた方がよろしいのでは。
ソリュシャン、あなたは治癒系のスクロールを所持していますね。ではそれを使用してください。
セバス様、スクロールは至高の御方々が私たちに与えてくださったもの。それを人間ごときに使うべきではないと愚行します。
やりなさい。
かしこまりました。あれを無傷の状態、そう、あのような行為が行われる前までの肉体の状態に戻すということでよろしいですか。
では治療が終わったらお湯を沸かして彼女の体を拭いてもらえますか。
I think Sabas is. Do you know what the crazy thing is? Sabas isn't asking much, but to someone who hates humans, Sabas is asking a lot here.
私は食事を買ってきます。
セバス様、精神の傷も癒すのであればアインズ様をお呼びするのが一番だと思われますが。
アインズ様に来ていただくほどのことはありません。
回復させてから私の玩具にして良いということであれば、セバス様の対応も理解できたのですが、セバス様が戻ってくる前にまずは食べてしまうとしますか。
Well, if she didn't.
完全に癒えたとは思いますが、体の状態はどうですか。お腹が減っていませんか。食事を持ってきましたよ。どうぞ。
I just had like this flash of like worry. Overlord is an anime. Overlord has surprised me from the moment I pressed play on episode 1. I assumed this was going to be a really jokey, unserious anime about some dude reincarnated and was just like, oh shit, I'm in charge of all these people, I'm really powerful, what the fuck do I do? Oh, this is going to be a fun adventure. Like, that's what I thought. It's got super serious, super dark, and super messed up, super quick. And a scene like this, which is really sweet and wholesome, a lot of bells are ringing in my head. In my head, I'm thinking any second now she's just gonna get like sniped or something. Like, I've seen that happen twice. I've seen it happen in 2 different animes. And I want it to happen in Overlord as well. And if you know the 2 animes I'm talking about that I've watched, I don't want Overlord to be added to that list. Just be a nice, wholesome story here, please. That looks hot as hell, by the way. She didn't even blow it.
ここにいれば何も危ないことはありません。この私が保証します。目を覚ましてもこのベッドの上にいますよ。
God, Sebas is such a... Sebas is such a bro, man. I love this guy.
気にされずに、私が拾い上げたからには、あなたの身の安全はできる限り保証しましょう。
Man, I love Sebas. I'm gonna cry. This is so fucking wholesome. Oh, god damn! Oh, man!
もう大丈夫です。
This poor freaking woman. Everything she's gone through. Bless, man. Sabas, Sebas has easily just jumped to like my list of favorite characters, man. I love this dude.
気にしないでください。女性に胸を貸したというのは男にとって
God damn it, I love him! I love him! Best character. He reminds me weirdly a lot of the old Sword Master in ReZero. I get the same sort of like vibes from Sebas that I got from him. If you guys know the character I'm talking about, I can't remember his name, but he reminds me a lot of him as well.
使われないハンカチはかわいそうなものです。特に涙を拭うことすらできないハンカチはね。
God damn this dude.
さあ、ゆっくり休んでください。起きたら今後についていろいろ相談しましょう。
Man, if anything happens to this girl, I'm quitting Overlord.
このままオートにいるのも不安でしょう。どこか頼れるところは？そうですか。ではそうですね。お名前を聞かせてもらえますか？
私は
ツアレですか。あ、そうそう。私の名前を言ってませんでしたね。私の名前はセバスチャンと言います。セバスと呼んでくださって結構です。
Everyone calls him like Lord Sebas-sama, Lord Sebas. And he's like, call me Sebas. Has he just got a bit of a crush here or something? Like, this is just oddly sweet.
どうしましたか？
セバス様、結局あれをどうなさるのですか？
She called her a woman? Wow. I shouldn't say thing.
ツアレのことですね。
名前を？セバス様、どのような理由であれを拾ってきたのかは存じませんが、あのような傷を負うからにはそうした環境にあったということ、そしてそれを行った者たちはあれが生きていることについて快く思わないのでは？
もし問題が生じるようであれば何らかの手段を取ります。しばらく様子を見てもらいたいですね。よろしいですね、ソルシャン。
Oh, her name's Solution. Earlier, when he said solution, I actually assumed he was saying the solution to the problem is blank, blank, blank. I've only just now realized her name is Solution. Gotta be real, she's kind of fucking terrifying. We've seen her in action before. The idea of someone being like, look at these, and then they eat you, kind of scares the shit out of me. It makes me feel other things too, but mostly scares me.
比較不能な新作の一端、新鮮度。全てを認識し知覚する領域。
この2つの武器を合わせし
I
は
was wondering if we were going to see this guy again. We saw him bump into the best swordsman whatever last time, so I guess that story's going to continue now.
危険モガリブエ化け物
Man, you gotta love shouting.
おや疲れちゃいんしたかい？それにしてもこの爪切りは切れ味が悪いでありんすね。
ここ
Ah, the story continues.
ひどい顔だな。
Two enemies become friends.
ガゼフストロノーフ
He literally
午
develops
前
his
試合
technique
の
to
決
defeat
勝戦
him.
だったな。お前に会ったのは俺がかろうじて勝ちはしたが、剣を取ってから今日まであれほどの接戦はない。アンクロスブレインアングラウスか。
ガゼフストロノーフ
Even though his name's
ア
Brain,
ングラウス、
he will forever be
一
Brian.
体何があった？
なあ俺たちは強いのかストロノーフ俺たちは弱いんだ
Overlord does an excellent job, by the way, at giving the background characters attention. Like, it makes you feel for everyone in this world, and it does a fantastic job of doing that.
俺たちの剣の腕などゴミ程度でしかない劣等人種である人間でしかない
わからないな。戦士ならば誰でも知っていることではないか。オーガやジャイアントと比べて何になる？高みはある。だからこそ努力するのではないか。
違うそういうレベルじゃないストロノーフ本当の高みには努力などしても手が届かないんだ人間という種族では決して届かないそれが高みの正体だ
それほどのものを見たか。
見た知った人間では決してたどり着けない頂をいや俺が見たのは高みですらないあまりにも実力が足りていなかった大遊びだった滑稽な話だストロノーフ剣で得られる武力などくだらないぞ本当の強さの前ではゴミだ最後にお前と会えてよかったこれで死ねる
ブレイン・アングラウス座れそして飯を食え全てはそれからだ
Man, I love this anime. It does such a fucking great job at this. It really does. What other anime do you feel so heavily for the background characters?
こちらの準備は完了。完璧。ああ、見ていたから知っている。私は次の場所へ移動する。できる限り偉そうなやつを捕らえないといけないからな。こっちもこれから襲撃に移る。他の二人は出番がないからって遊んでたりしてない。なわけないだろ。村の近く。
This is interesting. I just realized something. Overlord is so well written. It's written like a novel. Like, that's what it feels like. I'm comparing it to a lot of other books I've read. And it's like style to cut to characters we haven't met yet and introduce them with like stories of action is something you would see in like a novel, you know, like a 300-page novel. And it's not something you see very often in anime, but it is something you see in movies or like TV shows. And the reason for that is because a lot of time they are based on books. And Game of Thrones is a good example, right? Where it like will cut to different characters and different things, and like even halfway through season 3, it might cut to a character you've never even met before, and it'll have like a story to introduce them. And I feel like Overlord does that very well. Like now, And I'm already invested in this, even though it's completely separate from what we've seen before. It's very well written.
番がないからって遊んでたりしてない。
I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense in my head.
非常時に備えて潜伏中だ。では、私は行く。そっちも予定通り進めてくれ。
Are they twins? Or are they doppelgangers? Part of the same one or not? Hard to tell, yeah.
こんなことを続けても時間稼ぎにしかならない。どこかで逆転する一撃を打てないなら、これも取ろう。
ああ、盛大に燃えてやがるな。
村の人たちが無事逃げられればいいのだけど。
凶悪な麻薬である黒粉の元になる草を燃やしてんだ。火だ。
I recognize this voice actor like immediately. Something about them. I like.
凶悪な麻薬である。
I've heard them before. I don't. Did they play the brother in Hunter x Hunter?
黒粉の元になる草を燃やしてんだ。火だけじゃなく煙に巻かれてもやばいだろうしな。んで、ここ以外も焼きに行くんだろ。
Interesting outfit.
ええ、もちろん。撃てる手は撃っておかないと。
Who are these people?
黒粉がこのまま王国中に広まるのだけは絶対に食い止めないといけないわ。
麻薬栽培を行っている拠点がこれ以外にも多数あるんだから、本当に8本指はでかい組織だな。
Who are the Eight Fingers as
そう
well?
映画ガーラン。裏組織としては最大規模。国を蝕むレベルだから。
They're like underground people who run the world. Have we met them
鬼
yet?
リーダー。
feel like we have, haven't we?
鬼ボス。
Who are the people we saw earlier? Why was that person
いや、
annoyed?
証拠も残していない。鬼ボス。
Fiendish boss.
ティアティナ、二人とも何か見つかった？
こっちはなし。めぼしい情報はない。
Are they
あ
good?
あ、あとはイビルアイに期待か。
帰ったぞ。
お帰りなさい、イビルアイ。
ああ。おい、ラッキウス。受け取れ。
何かしら？
暗号か。
おそらくな。
8本指の手がかりになるかもしれないわね。
Interesting. Thing is, we've either been introduced to some characters that are quite important, or we've been introduced to our newest canon fodder. I guess we'll see. Because we've seen it in the past when adventurers are introduced, doesn't take long for them to be unintroduced.
では定例会を始めよう。
Eight Fingers.
いくつ
Here
かの
we
議題
go.
があるが、最初に片付けるべきものはフィルマ。
はいよ。
Yes, we should definitely address. We should all listen to Hilma first. Right, everyone listen. Focus.
お前の麻薬栽培施設が何者かの手によっ
We
て
have to rewind. I missed that one.
お前
What is that one of your drug growing
の
facilities?
麻薬栽培施設が何者かの手によって襲われたという話だ
Ah,
が、
そうだ
Sebas.
ね。襲われたね。
Maybe.
生産施設にしていた村が
Maybe not.
とんだ出費だよ。
Maybe not. Maybe
今
something
後黒
different.
金の流通を絞ることになるかもね。
相手の情報は何もないのか。
ないね。完璧だよ。だからこそ想像できなくもないけどね。
おい、俺たちを雇わないか。
うん。
お前の集めている雑魚ではろくに守れまい。
いらないよ。あんたたちにうちの重要拠点を知られるわけにはいかないしね。
Are these all Eight Fingers? Why are some of them hiding their
その
faces?
話、私が代わりに受けたいわ。なんだコッコドール。落ち目のお前に払えるのか。大丈夫よ。
I find it interesting how the Eight Fingers, some of them are hiding their faces, some of them aren't hiding their faces, and the only ones that are talking are the ones that aren't hiding their faces.
黄金の姫のおかげで奴隷売買が法律で禁止になっちゃったけど
You've always got to have a character that looks like a JoJo Bizarre Adventure character in an anime. Everyone knows that. It's like a rule.
声はちゃんとあるもんな。
ほう、それほどの厄介事ということか。よかろう。
すまないわね。処分する予定の女に問題が生じちゃったの。過剰な戦力を準備することになるとは思うんだけど、あそこのお店を潰されると困っちゃうのよ。
大
Interesting.
船に乗った気持ちでいるといい。俺たち六腕が
That
お前の財産の安全を保証しよう。
that is about Sabas. That was about Sabas. God, the ending, man. The ending is so freaking great, isn't it? I really like the opening, but this ending, the ending gives me mega like I've said it before, mega Made in Abyss vibes. It really does. It reminds me of a song from Made in Abyss. Can't work out which one. So Sebas has pissed off the Eight Fingers. We've met a few of them. And then some adventurers that are looking for them? Maybe? The weird thing is, I feel like we've had brief flashes of people in the past, but I can't work out who we've briefly met. And I noticed that I say, like, have we met these people before? And I see comments going, yeah, you met them season 1, episode 4, they popped up for like 3 seconds in the background. And he's like, thanks. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. The thing for me, and this is the only thing that is a bit of a weird one when it comes to Overlord, and that is every single freaking character that we get introduced to, whether it's the Eight Fingers or these other adventurers that were burning down the fields for some reason, like the black dust, whatever they called it, like a drug or whatever. Remember that Far Cry mission? Anyone ever play that Far Cry mission when the Eminem song plays? Very, very cool. If you know, you know. Whenever we're introduced to these people, this is actually a bit of an issue with me. But I'm always open and honest, so I'm going to say it. In the world of Overlord, in my head, I just imagine that Momonga and Nazarick is just overpowered and could just kill everybody on this planet. Meaning that when I'm introduced to these new organizations, I don't really see them as any kind of threat. Because we're yet to see anyone have any kind of danger bestowed upon them. The closest is G.O.T. But now that's done and we don't know who that was. In my head right now, when I'm introduced like the Eight Fingers and the other adventurers, I just imagine them coming to cross with Momonga and Momonga just one-shotting them. So yeah, that's the only thing. However, I will say, it took Momonga a lot to beat G.O.T. Even though he was like playing like a chess match and he won flawlessly because of what he was doing, it still took him a lot. So it is possible that maybe they turn the forces of Nazarick against them. I don't know. But that's what I mean. So I find it hard to be like scared of any organization. Like, whoa, what are they going to do? When our dudes are so strong. So I'm interested to see if there is any force in this world that could possibly give Nazarick a run for his money. And we are yet to properly be introduced to any force like that. So whenever I'm introduced to these new people like the Eight Fingers, I remain skeptical. And we'll see what happens there. But I am super freaking curious to see what happens with Sabas now. Sabas we know is supposed to be quite strong, right? Have we seen Sabas fight yet? I don't think we have. So I'm going to find that interesting. And I'm also curious to see if we'll ever get like an all-out war. You know, where we're going to see like Nazarick go to war with something and the subordinates be used in that war. Because we haven't seen that either. The force that would have to warrant a reply like that from Nazarick would be curious as well. Yeah. I'm also kind of annoyed because I feel like we're hammering through Overlord quite quickly. Like we're nearly on season 3. We've got what, 2 more weeks and we'll be in season 3. We need to slow down, man. We need to slow down. Once we finish Overlord, obviously we are starting Demon Slayer, but I feel like this is going too quick. I don't want it to be over too quick. I'm really enjoying the anime. I think Overlord is fantastic. And I really, really love the world and the story and the characters. I think it does such a good job with the characters. It really gives everyone like time, which is nice because you get to be attached to every character in the anime. And I think Overlord does that really well. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this reaction. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. Have yourself an amazing day. And as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.